Hey guys, Ralph here at True Power Trumpet Fitness, and welcome to another week of True Power. And let's get some double C's up, man. I'm so excited about after this weekend, and I got a lot out of it as well. Outside of just having a blast with all the guys, I learned a lot myself, and I want to add that to what's going on. And it was such a positive thing. I'm going to be drawing on it for a long time. So there'll be little tidbits about the intensive, drips and drabs throughout the weeks to come. But that will be it. Now, with that said, I think the next one's going to be in October. So anybody that feels like they want to do it, let me know. I'll give you a date when we get closer to it. But I'll talk about that in a minute. I have played a little bit today, but yeah, that's it. Some double C, a little lyrical playing for you, and so on. Anyway, one of the things that was great for me. Okay, first of all, let me get my horn one more time. And I've talked about this before, guys, that we as trumpet players, all of us, really don't have an accurate depiction of what we sound like. Our sound, obviously, is coming out the bell, which is going to be, about 2 feet in front of us, and is projected, even for tones that don't project that much, is projected out towards the audience. So we are quite a bit behind the tone. And we, as trumpet players, behind the tone, are not hearing the same tone that the audience is hearing. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. I think all of us, at one point or another, have heard recordings of ourselves and go, is that me? We don't know what we sound like. I take that back. We don't have an accurate depiction of what we sound like. We just don't, under the best of circumstances. Now, with this laptop, one of the first things that I did was play a double C rip and then a lyrical thing, just like I do to start a video. And I asked the guys sitting in the room with me, is that what you hear on the laptop an accurate portrayal of what my tone is? And everyone immediately shook their heads, no, it's not even close, which is interesting. Now, I knew to a certain degree it was skewed. But here's the thing. The nature of the laptop is that the microphone will automatically adjust the volume. Okay? So if I am knocking the walls down with a double C, like I just did, the laptop is going to adjust the volume that it thinks it is listenable. So basically, it takes my wall, knocking down the walls of Jericho double C down to a mezzo forte. The other end works as well. When I play a very soft lyrical passage in a whisper, it also is too soft, so the microphone will adjust the other way. So that takes the pianissimo up to a mezzo forte. So there are absolutely no dynamics in what I'm playing coming out over the the YouTube video, which I kind of figured. Okay, not a big deal. Now, also, I always felt that what I was hearing in the lyrical part was not a rich tone that I felt I was getting. What I was hearing on YouTube, the lyrical stuff did not sound, to my ear, the same. Now, just like any other phone or anything, when it has an enormous person taking a picture that it's trying to compact down to a tiny cell phone, it has to distort the picture sometimes. That's not many times. You know, you're taking a selfie of yourself and it looks like you have a huge nose or whatever because it's all trying to compact. Okay? And that is what is going on with this laptop with my tone, my lyrical tone. To my ears, it sounded very, very nasal, and everybody agreed right off the bat it was much richer than that. So, that made me feel a little better, for sure. Absolutely for sure. Now, a couple of the guys suggested a microphone and all that. And guys, you know what? It gets to a point where you can go too far the other way as well. You can get the thing so doctored up with reverb and all that sort of stuff that some of these channels use. I mean, you can't even tell where the real trumpet leaves off and the electronics begin. So I might fool around with it later on, but for the moment, this is it. You get the idea. I mean, you get the idea. And I have tons of viewers. I have tons of students and everything that are getting the idea via Skype and whatnot. And so far, so good. I'm comfortable with it. Now, another thing that I learned, and I already knew, but it was right there in front of me, guys. The spit buzz is so important. The spit buzz has to be full and rich, just like anything else. And every single one of the guys here that came to the intensive, even though excellent players, all of them, did not have a full, rich spit buzz. And many of them, excellent players all, were spit buzzing an octave above. Guys, your low C is much lower than you think it was. A couple of the guys, and I said terrific players, all of them, were starting thinking that was their middle C. No, that's the high C and above. So be very, very careful with the spit buzz. And guys, listen, I don't care what mouthpiece you're playing. If your spit buzz isn't full and compressed, you're not going to get a full tone. Don't underestimate the value of the spit buzz. Now, I know for the most part, you don't like to do it. It's not a lot of fun. But guys, it can be done so mindlessly. Now, here's another thing. Very, very important, guys, that when you are practicing chops, that you get very, very simple music so you can think about the chops. Now, for the most part, guys, all we did for 2 straight days was practice scales. Yeah, and all the guys agreed that it wasn't the least bit boring because we were not worried about the music. We were just thinking about the chops and whatnot. Now, if you take the microphone or the trumpet out of the equation, it gets even easier. There's no valves, there's no mouthpiece, there's no tone that you have to think of, there's no horn angle, there's nothing you have to think about when you're spit buzzing except proper tongue. Proper tongue. So it simplifies everything even further. Now, guys, I spit buzz in the shower. I spit buzz in the car a lot. You can put on the jazz station. You can put on any station, and you can spit buzz along with the top 40 nonsense. Now, once again, don't get lazy with it. There's no reason in the world, after a while, once you get the hold of it, the hang of it, you can't spit buzz specific tunes and everything and try to stay in tune with what you're listening to or whatever. I also spit buzz when I'm on my bike outside. People think I'm a little crazy. Here they come. Here's this guy making the bee noise. I don't care. I don't care. If I'm out for a 2-mile bike ride and I spit buzz, 20 minutes, I'm getting some practicing done. Very, very important, guys. And also, I will talk about this at length tomorrow. It is very, very important, guys, that you hear the proper tone when you're listening. Very, very important. That's every single one of the guys said they got a lot of that out of it. Got a lot out of it listening to the other guys play. And when I would stop them, that they found they collapsed, they hear it in the tone. I hear it, and then they can, again, adapt that to other players. They can adapt it to their own playing and whatnot. Guys, it was such an exciting thing. It really was. So, I will look into some new equipment down the road. Try to get a little more accurate portrayal of my playing. And Spit Buzz, guys, every single one of them was immediately better when I had them concentrate on their Spit Buzz immediately. And I'll tell you, the second day, Sunday morning, guys, every single one of them was tone, power, range, and endurance stronger, more powerful, more secure. After 5 hours of playing, guys, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. I can't wait till the next one. It'll probably be October, and I'll let you know. But that's that. So all those who came, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. And I know you guys did too, and I know you got a lot out of it. And they're talking about having a reunion. How cool is that? A year from now, everybody get back together. And right here, we'll gather together, and we will compare the progress we made. I think that would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, thanks again to all of you, and we'll talk more tomorrow. In the meantime, thick tongue, guys. Drink your fruits and vegetables and live life with true power.